Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back for another Dueling Network video. For the past week, I've been testing out the new and upcoming Prophecy archetype with Spellbooks. Recently, like a few days ago, two new cards became available for the archetype, Prophecy Destroyer and Spellbook Library. I'll come back to those cards at the end of the video with the deck profile. This is one of the games I had a few days ago against a good friend from locals. I believe this was game 2 we had. My opponent is playing Frog Monarchs, and yeah, he decided to start. My opening hand is actually really terrible. Yeah, at the moment I can't do anything. He opens good with the Swap Frog, immediately milling the Treeborn. I draw into the field spell, so my Malefic Stardust is live. Going to special summon that and hope that he doesn't have the Gorse. I don't have another option. So going to attack into his open field and set the warning. Um, yeah, in a standby phase he's going to special summon the Treeborn, expecting an enemy controller here. No controller. He's going to special summon Swapfrog, so I'm thinking here that he probably has a Light and Darkness Dragon. Um, but yeah, he's going to mill Ronin Totem and special summon it by banishing his Treeborn. So you know what's coming. He's going to tribute summon for Obelisk, which is yeah, really bad news. I don't have a lot of outs to Obelisk. Dark Hole is yeah, an out. I also play Malefic Cyber End. So yeah, pretty much those two cards are an out to Obelisk. I draw into a useless fielder, so I'm going to set that as a bluff. Um, Hope that it doesn't attack. Yeah. So you special summon Reborn again and going to tribute for Chaos. Yes. So I'm going to warning that, of course. So I'm expecting here that he's going to attack my face down, but yeah, he's not going to attack. I don't know why. He's probably doesn't know the archetype that well. It's new, so yeah, it's normal, I think. So he probably wants to protect his obelisk because he probably has a bad hand. So again, he's not going to attack. I draw into a useless MST against Frog Monarchs. So yeah, I can't do anything at the moment. Just going to set the MST as a bluff. Bluffing the Torrential, bluffing the Mirror Force, which I don't play. Finally, I draw into one of my Prophecy monsters. So I'm going to normal summon the Magician, activate its effect to search out one of my Spellbook spell cards. Um, yeah, going to search for Spellbook of Secrets. Spellbook of Secrets searches out another spellbook from my deck. So I'm going to search, I believe it was Leadership. Yeah, Spellbook of Leadership. Um, yeah, I can't do. Yeah, indeed, I'm going to activate the Spellbook of Power. Yeah, targeting my Magician. So now my Magician is at 1-5, yeah, 1500 attack. And thanks to Spellbook of Power, I can now add another spellbook from my deck to my hand because I destroyed my opponent's monster by battle. So I search out another Spellbook of Secrets. So yeah, my only outs are here Dark Hole and Malefic Cyberend. So I filling my graveyard with spellbooks so I can have an extra draw thanks to my field spell by sending one of my spellbooks engraved to the bottom of my deck. So I draw into a Wonderwand, which is really nice. Going to activate my field spells effect. Yeah, put the secrets on the bottom of my deck to draw an extra card. Yeah, still no Malefic Cyberend, so I'm going to activate Wonderwand, which is pretty nice in this deck. I'll come back to that at the deck profile. So yeah, Wonderwand, draw 2 new cards, and finally I draw into the Malefic Cyberend. So now I have options. I'm going to special summon the High Priestess by revealing 3 spellbooks, spellbook spell cards from my hand. Yeah, he's already checking the graveyard. So going to special summon Malefic Cyberend by banishing the Cyberend from the extra deck. Yeah, going to crash into his obelisk and attack with Prophecy with High Priestess directly, expecting the Gorse, but it wouldn't be that big of a problem. Activate the Spellbook of Secrets in main phase 2 and search out Spellbook of Wisdom, because I'm expecting either an enemy controller or a Soul Exchange, and Wisdom is a quick play spell card which protects one of my spellcasters for 1 turn against spells or traps. So I'm safe against Soul Exchange or enemy controller. Yeah, not if he decides to soul exchange my face down. But yeah, indeed, he had a soul exchange and targets my High Priestess. Obviously, going to negate that. I draw into Solemn Judgment, which is going to be important in a moment. So I activate the field spell effect. Going to send secrets to the bottom of my deck to draw an extra card. And here I draw another Wonderwand, so already really amazing because I still have that effect feeler on my side of the field ever since that Obelisk was on the field. So activate Wonderwand to draw 2 new cards. And finally drawing into more Prophecy monsters. Um, yeah, checking the graveyard. So yeah, I'm going to activate High Priestess effect by banishing my Wisdom in my graveyard, then destroy my own MST. So I can activate Spellbook of Leadership to take Wisdom back to my hand. So now I can activate Temperance effect. He changed Maxi, no problem. So I can special summon High Priestess from my deck, thanks to Temperance. He probably has a Fader in hand, uh, of course. So yeah, going to attack into his open field, and indeed he obviously has a Fader, so I'm going to activate Priestess effect and destroy Fader, set the Judgment, set the Wisdom, and end my turn. So again, I'm feeling safe, unless he has Heavy Storm, of course. Yeah, he's going to normal summon Swap Rock to send another Swap Rock from his deck to his graveyard, and going to exceed for Gachi Gachi. Um, so he probably doesn't have Fader, he's stalling. Yeah, going to activate the field spell again, draw into another spellbook, I believe. So, no, drawing to the High Priestess, yeah, going to special summon High Priestess by revealing 3 spellbooks in my hand, which is actually the first time I get all 3 Priestess at one time on my side of the field. So I need to get rid of that Gachi, so I already removed the Spellbook of Power from my graveyard. Also, yeah, going to activate Wisdom here to give me an extra target in my graveyard to burn the Gachi. So I'm trying to go for a game here, but yeah, obviously he does have the Fader. Not going to activate my last Priestess effect. Fader isn't that a problem at the moment. I still have the Judgment set, so I'm feeling safe at the moment. Yeah, his turn. And here he's going to special summon the Treeborn, and he's going to activate the Dark Hole. Um, I was thinking for a long time, and I eventually don't choose to not activate my Solemn Judgment, because if I would have activated Solemn Judgment and he would have had an enemy controller followed up by a Monarch, he would have won the game. And you will see in the next turn it did have an enemy controller and Ryza, so we would have had the game by taking control of one of my High Priestess and bounce my last High Priestess back to the top of my deck, so Ryza would attack directly for game. So luckily I didn't activate the Judgment. So my turn, I'm going to activate Spellbook of Life. Show one of my spellbooks in hand and banishing a spellcaster from my graveyard to special summon High Priestess. Not going to activate its effect and just attack into his Ryza. And as you see, indeed, he had the enemy controller. So yeah, again, if I would activate the Solemn Judgment, I would have lost the game there. In main phase 2, again, I have still the Solemn Judgment set. Yes, 2 cards in his hand. Not feeling safe, so I'm going to special summon Malefic Stardust in defense position. Again, in case he does have an enemy controller. But yeah, he does admit defeat. So I asked what his hand was, and indeed he had the enemy control, but yeah, 2 dead soul exchanges. So yeah, thanks. Luckily, I probably should have won the game if he attacked with Obelisk, but yeah, it was a really nice game. Let's get to the deck profile. At the moment, I think that the Spellbook slash Prophecy archetype is not good enough to be a solid tier 1 deck. The searching capabilities of the deck are actually really good, but the deck lacks a lot of power. Recently, Konami released more info about the new card called Prophecy Destroyer, which I thought would give the prophecies a really nice boost. But yeah, after reading its effect, I was a bit disappointed. First of all, the card needs to be in your graveyard, and it's also a level 6. And second, you have to remove 3 Spellbook spell cards from your graveyard to special summon him from the grave. Um, this alone makes it not that good. The amount of spellbooks in your graveyard will be very limited every turn, and the spellbooks that are in your graveyard will be used either for your field spell or for High Priestess. So I think running Prophecy Destroyer isn't worth it. Another card that was recently released on Dueling Network like a few days ago is called Spellbook Library of the Crescent. Although I'm not running it at the moment, the card is actually not that bad. When you have no Spellbook spell cards in your graveyard, you can activate this card to reveal 3 different Spellbook spell cards from your deck. Then your opponent randomly chooses one of those Spellbook spell cards, and that card you can add to your hand. Um, Sadly you cannot activate other spell cards that turn, unless it's a Spellbook spell card. The card is okay, maybe I would run it one time, but yeah, it's hard to find room in the deck. First of all, the monsters. I'm running 3 High Priestess, which is pretty much the boss monster from the deck. It can easily be special summoned with Temperance, which I'm also playing 3 times. Next, there are the Searchers. First there is Spellbook Magician. It's basically the Stratos from the deck. When it's normal summoned or flute face up, you can add a Spellbook spell card from your deck to your hand, so that's really nice. Definitely play it 3 times. Next I'm also playing 2 Hanged Man. When that card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a level 3 Prophecy monster from your deck to your hand. So in this deck you will add Temperance to your hand. Again, Temperance makes it really easy to bring out High Priestess. Both Spellbook Magician and Hanged Man go really nice with Wonderwand, which I'm also playing 3 times. The card is so amazing in this deck. Definitely play it 3 times. A best opening move would be like summon Hanged Man, equip Wonderwand to it, send them both to the graveyard to draw 2 cards, and then Hanged Man effect activates, so search out Temperance. And since Hanged Man is a mandatory effect, it cannot miss timing, so that's really nice. Last, at the moment, the Spellbook / Prophecy deck lacks a lot of power cards. The strength of the deck is that you can easily bring out High Priestess, and that you can search out pretty much every card in the deck thanks to Prophecy monsters and the Spellbook spell cards. On the other hand, the deck needs to have a few more boosts to actually make it a solid tier 1 deck. By adding Malefic Stardust and Malefic Cyber End, I'm trying to give them a boost in attack power, and I must say that the version that I'm playing now is the best version that I've been testing until now. I've tested out Lilas, Chaos Sorcerer, Breaker, Apprentice Magician, and also a more Exceed oriented version of Prophecies, but those decks didn't do very well. Both Malefics go really nice with the deck. Like, for example, a really nice first turn would be like open, let's say, with Spellbook Magician. Summon it to search out one of your Spellbook spell cards, like Spellbook of Secrets. Activate Spellbook of Secrets to search out, for example, your field spell. Then activate Wonderwand on your Magician, tribute it to draw 2 cards, and then activate your field spell and special summon Malefic Stardust Dragon. On one hand you have a really nice draw engine, a search and draw engine, and on the other hand you don't lose field advantage thanks to Malefic Stardust. Last, I'm also playing 2 Effect Feeler, which is pretty much stable at the moment. Off to the spell cards. I'm playing a triple Spellbook Tower and 3 Spellbook of Secrets, which searches out every other spellbook in your deck. Next I'm playing 2 Spellbook of Life, which is basically an extra monster reborn for High Priestess. Next I'm playing 2 Spellbook of Power. I think 2 is enough. The last spellbooks I'm playing are a Spellbook of Leadership and Spellbook of Wisdom. I believe that both are enough at 1. Last, there are also the staples. I also decided to add some protection to the deck in the form of the Solemn Brigade and Attacked Compulsory. Anyway, I think I pretty much covered every card. If there are any questions about the deck, definitely don't hesitate and ask them in the comment section down below. And guys, as always, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lead signing out. Peace.